Yep, it's that time of the week. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Walmart edition of every film photography channel ever. In today's video we are going to be doing a fun experiment. We're going to be pushing P3200 Tmax to 12,800 ISO. Yep, 12,800 ISO. I'm going to be shooting this roll of film through my Canon A-1, which is a perfect choice because it does support 12,800 ISO. In fact, it's the highest ISO number on this camera, which is crazy to think it's even an option, 12,000. I know some modern digital cameras can do 25,000, but let's not get crazy here. This is film. Maybe I should push it to 25. Nope, gonna do 12,800 just to see if I get anything. A little side note about this camera, the lowest ISO possible is ISO 6, which I shot. So I guess officially I'm gonna shoot both the lowest ISO number and the highest ISO number on this camera. So that's an accomplishment, not really. Another reason as to why this is a good choice, I have a 50mm 1.4 lens on this, f1.4 paired with 12,800 ISO. I pretty much have night vision. Let's be honest here. So this is going to be the highest ISO I've ever shot so far. Will I get any good results? Will my images be sharp? How grainy will they be? Will this camera explode? Only one way to find out. Wait, no. So I'm currently downtown and it's about to be nighttime, but I'm feeling a few raindrops falling on me right now. So this is not a good sign. Found some shelter, so I'm gonna try to wait it out for a little while. But at the same time, I don't want to wait this out. I just want to keep going and just hopefully get some good stuff. I do want to take some photos before it's nighttime, just to see what 12,800 looks like in daylight, and I'm metering at 500 at 4.5. This really isn't that bad. I thought it was going to be impossible to shoot at this bright outside, but yeah, 12,800. Okay, it officially began drizzling. Not pouring just yet, but gonna find some shelter. I am gonna take like 2 more pictures during the daylight, and I'll put this camera away and wait till nighttime, because this is a nighttime photography episode anyway. So just wanted to see what this would look like in daytime. So as I'm waiting for it to be nighttime, which is almost here, just realized that the fact that it was raining earlier, I feel like it'll make the pictures a little bit more interesting since it's wet, and now it is pouring. Oh, great. Wonderful. All right, perfect. Now I just gotta wait for the nighttime to get here and for it to stop pouring. Yep, that's exactly what this is. Don't know if you can tell, but it is still raining out there. So I'm gonna take my time and really finish the sandwich. You know, it's times like these where I could really resort to other cameras. I have here my Yashica T4 that's weatherproof, so perfect for today's situation. But I do want to do this video that I started doing, so nope, no alternatives today. I either have to wait this out or move to a different location some other day. If I do move to a different location, I'm just gonna wind up taking pictures of gas stations, and I don't want to do that. I'm gonna try to make this work to the best of my ability, and yeah, let's see what happens. Oh no. Oh man. Oh yeah, no, it got worse. It got way worse. Oh god. This was a mistake. Oh, damn it. Okay, so I'm gonna have to switch it up a bit here. I am gonna take the little camera on the stick off of my camera and put it in my backpack. That's actually waterproof, I think. I have gotten this Canon A-1 wet before, which still works somehow. So I'm not really worried about this camera. I am worried about this old thing, so I'm gonna put this in my backpack. Oh god, yeah, you guys took a toll. That's slightly better. Yeah, everything is wet. Everything. Okay, I am completely soaked, and along with my camera. I'm at the 27th frame. Not sure if I'm gonna finish this. I don't know if I could manage to get 9 more photos. Like I said, my camera is completely soaked, and I could barely see through this viewfinder. Everything's just blurry. Oh man, I'm gonna walk down here and see what I can find. My hair is all wet. My clothes, it's all wet. My camera's wet. Everything is just soaked. Hopefully my camera will work in the end. Again, 9 more photos. I can do this. I'm not just shooting photos randomly. I'm really trying to pick and choose what I wanna shoot. Otherwise, I would have finished a long time ago. But I'm really trying to take my time here. Don't care if I'm getting wet. If I'm probably gonna get the flu or something. I'm starting to genuinely worry for my camera here. It is super soaked. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've gotten it wet before plenty of times, but never like this. Oh yes. But so far it's still working somehow. Still taking pictures. As you can see, the lens is completely soaked. So I have an idea of a double exposure here. I'm gonna take a picture of magic and double expose it with something else, because why not? Okay, so I shot a single exposure of that magic sign. Now I need to take the second exposure, which will equal to a double exposure. Fun! I don't know if I mentioned, but it is really, really difficult to focus. 1, it's nighttime. 2, everything is wet. My viewfinder, I'm not wearing my glasses. It's really just it's really impossible to focus. So if I get any of the shots out of focus, you know why. Okay, I'm on the last frame. I don't know if I'll have an extra shot, maybe. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Traffic jam. So as I was saying, I'm on my last frame, frame 36. Don't know if I'll get another one, I don't know. But I am walking back right now. And of course, right when I'm on frame 36, it stops raining. Go figure. So I think the last picture is gonna be a picture of a train, I think. And hopefully that'll complete this godforsaken roll. I better get good stuff, otherwise it would all been for nothing. Hopefully my camera will work after this. If it doesn't, I'm just gonna have to buy a new one. Just kidding, I have like 10 other SLRs. But we don't have to talk about that. On second thought, I think I found my last shot right here. This is nice and bright. Let's do it. And that was my last shot, so I'm happy with it, I think, I hope. Hopefully this roll turns out pretty well, otherwise this would have been all for nothing. So I'm gonna go ahead and assume that you are all excited to see me develop this, because I'm excited to see me develop this. I'm now gonna cut you guys over to me in the future, in my garage, developing this. Alright, time to develop this godforsaken roll of film. This should be interesting. Not really. So here we are in my poorly lit, messy garage. This is where I develop all of my film, both black and white and color. And yeah. So for my black and white chemistry, I use HC-110 Dilution B along with Ilford Rapid Fixer. This is my go-to setup for really fast development. HC-110 Dilution B offers pretty fast development times. When I first started developing film, I used D76, which for a roll-up Tri-X 400 was about 10-minute development. This HC-110 Dilution B, it's about a 5-minute development for the same exact roll. So literally half the times with this stuff, which is really gonna come in handy for this P3200 stuff. So I went on a website called digitaltruth.com. It's a website where I find out all my development times for all of my films. As you can see here, for P3200 HC-110 Dilution B, shot at 800 is 8.5 minutes. Pushed to 1600 is 9.5 minutes. P3200 developed at 3200 ISO is 10.5 minutes. And if you want to push it to 6400, it is 12 minutes. So from 10.5 to 12 minutes, that's a minute and a half of a difference. So I'm assuming 6400 to 12,800. It's going to be an additional minute and a half, which is a 13.5 minute development. However, I think I'm going to be pushing it to 14 minutes just to be more on the safe side. I don't think an additional 30 seconds is going to ruin anything. If anything, it'll make the photos a little bit more contrasty. So 14-minute development it is, which is funny because had I used D76, it probably would have been a 30-minute development. So I'm glad I'm using this stuff. This really saves a lot of time. But without further ado, let's start mixing these chemicals. So since I'm only developing one roll of film, I do have to mix a 300 milliliter solution at 68 degrees, 9 milliliters of HC-110, and 291 milliliters of water. Interesting. There we go. So what, 9 milliliters? No, that's not 9 milliliters. Okay, so now we have to make this 9 milliliters. It's good enough. Now we just add this a little thing here. Okay, so now we have to add water to this to make 300 milliliters, and we have to make sure it's at 68 degrees. So my little trick is I take cold water from the fridge and I take room temperature water from the tap. What I basically do is add 1 part cold water. So since this is 300 milliliter solution, I'm gonna add to about 150. So that's about a little less than 150 milliliters. So I'm gonna add to 250 with room temperature water. I'm now gonna take a temperature reading to see how cold it is. and it seems to be right at temperature 68 degrees, which means the rest of it I'm just gonna fill with room temperature water. Okay, so that is 300 milliliters. So this is what HC-110 looks like, just like water with a slight yellow tint, almost like lemonade, but it doesn't smell like lemonade, and I don't think it tastes like lemonade. Yeah, no, I don't want to try it today. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour this into the little canister. We're gonna set the timer to 14 minutes. Chemistry is in. So what I usually do is I agitate for the first minute non-stop. I just do little inversions, not too hard, not too slow, but somewhere in between. And of course, once I'm done agitating, I just do a little gentle tap. You know, the reality of what I'm doing just hit me. I am pushing film to 12,800 ISO. I don't know if I'm gonna get anything. Obviously, if you're watching this, it means that I did get something, because if I don't get anything, I am trashing this video. Aren't you guys lucky? If you're watching this, it means that it worked, but me, right now, I don't know if this is gonna work. The suspense is through the roof. Okay, so I just finished with the development times. I dumped out the chemistry in my bathroom and I gave it a little minute wash of water. I'm now gonna pour the fixer into it and fix it for about 6 minutes. So let's do this. So it's the same deal as development. First minute agitation, then after that it will be 10 seconds for each minute. For 6 minutes this time, not 14. Moment of truth. It worked. It worked. So both of my cameras died, you know, so we're gonna be switching to this super high quality 4K movie camera from the 1980s, whenever it's from. Believe it or not, but this camera is about to die as well. So this video is just working out amazing. It's going very smoothly, and you couldn't ask for more. I don't know what I'm saying. Let's just finish this. Okay, so the final step for this process is to add the photo flow solution, which I keep in this bottle, which interestingly enough looks like pink lemonade. So for those of you who don't know what photo flow is, it's basically a solution that prevents water stains on the film. Holy contrast. So what I do now is I take this microfiber cloth thing and I just basically put it on the film, take my fingers and I just squeegee it. So the reason as to why I use a microfiber cloth instead of just wiping down with my fingers is that this catches all the water, which both helps it dry faster and really prevents it from having water spots on it. A nice little hack. Don't really see other YouTubers talk about this, but I totally recommend it if you develop your own film. This thing literally cost me $1 at the dollar store, and it really saves me a bunch of time. I do recommend if you do this to switch these out every few weeks, depending on how much film you develop, but I just dropped it. Yeah, don't drop it because it will gather dust and stuff and could potentially scratch your film. So now I had to buy a new one. Great. Well, that went well. I was going to include a scanning segment to this video, but I'm not going to do all that. These pictures are just straight out of camera. Didn't really edit my pictures all that much. No grain reduction, no noise reduction, nothing. With that being said, I honestly thought it was going to be a lot more grainier. Don't get me wrong, it's pretty strong in the grain, but not as bad as I thought it would be. Now, I obviously don't remember the settings for each picture, but the shadows at night were metering for 1/25th of a second at 4.5. The midtones were about f9 at 1/25th, and then of course the highlights were f11 or f16, 1/25th at night, which is unheard of. At no point in this video did I stop down at 1.4. Exposure wise, there was no need to. The couple of daylight photos that I took were at maximum settings. I'm talking f16, 1/1000th of a second. And it was about 5:30 p.m. by the time I got there, and the sun set at around 6:30, so an hour before. So it wasn't super bright outside, but it was technically still daytime. So yeah, this ISO speed, it was definitely intended to shoot at night, in my opinion. I would also like to say that my lens was soaked, which is why you can actually see in some of the pictures a little water droplets. No, that's not due to development process, because this microfiber stuff really does take care of the water spot situation. The water spots that you saw in the pictures were due to water spots on the lens, and in my opinion, I think it added a little bit of character. Now, the one thing I did have an issue with, some of the pictures came with weird lines right on top of the pictures. I'm not sure what that is. I'm not sure if it was a development issue or a light leak issue or some sort of manufacturer issue. I've never seen anything like it. Let me down below in the comments what you guys think it is, because I have no idea. Thankfully though, they were only present in a few pictures, not all of them, so that's very weird. Moving along, will I shoot this again? Probably. I had a lot of fun shooting at night at 4.5 at 1/25th at night. I mean, yes, I'm honestly interested to see what 25,000 ISO would look like with a roll of film, but that just seems like overkill, to be honest, so I don't think I'll do that. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please comment down below what you thought of ISO 12,800. If you're not subscribed, please do so, because I like doing these fun experiments, and I honestly will do something like this again in the future. Maybe next time it'll be a roll of color, so you better stick around if you want to find out. I recently started posting on my Instagram. I would appreciate if you guys would go give me a follow to see my work, and you'll catch a little glimpse of the behind the scenes nonsense that goes on while I make these videos. So fun. Link down below in the description box. Thank you very much. So with all that being said, till next time. Oh shoot, film they said. Wear denim jackets they said. I don't know why I have to dress up every time. I need a haircut.